on Treacherous Waters. And it's your boy Icon with a prime DC animated TV review for you. I forgot it was on Prime. I was on Max like, where is this shit? And I was on Netflix like, where is this shit? I swear I forgot it was on Prime. And then these Prime sons of you-know-what's, like, they gave us all 10 episodes. So season 1 is 10 episodes. They gave us all 10 episodes. And now I'm just like, Jesus Christ. I thought I was going to do, well, I'm still going to review one episode at a time, but I thought I at least had week to week to week to do it. But now that the entire season is here, the hardest part is going to be not watching the whole thing and doing a review as I watch each individual episode, because I want to give each individual episode time to breathe and talk about it properly. I don't want to just do one big review for 10 episodes, because then I'm going to skip a lot of stuff that was probably important and things that you guys probably wanted to hear or talk about. And before we get started, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, continue to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Welcome to all the new subscribers, and let's get this thing started. Now, I'm going to say two things. One, the first episode was awesome. I enjoyed it. This is a good series. It's Batman Cape Crusader is basically the 90s Batman animated series, only designed in modern times. It's the same feel. It's that, like, I mean, it's also, the animation style is kind of like Batman Brave and the Bold, but it's basically like Batman the Animated Series, but like in HD. And they got a great actor to play the voice of Bruce Wayne. He does kind of remind me, of the GOAT. So, rest in peace to him. And we didn't get a Joker yet, but the first villain that we get in this first episode is the Penguin. And now this leads to, I'm going to have some bad. Like, there's going to be, the good, the bad, and everything in between. But as far as like the good is concerned, like I do like those aspects. There are some things I did not like, but the things that I didn't like didn't make me hate the series. Like, I still enjoyed the episode and I want to watch it. I am 110% invested into this program, but the things I didn't like just made me roll my eyes. I'm just like, this isn't going to prevent me from watching the show, but I'm just going to roll my eyes every time I see it now because it was completely unnecessary. But let's get into it. So now the episode starts. The timeline is a little obscured because I don't know how young Batman is to Gotham. There are a lot of, like, at this point on the show, Gordon's been working with him, but to everyone else, he's still kind of a mystery. It's like the mystery of the Batman. And we get an open credit scene where there's some Rupert Thorne action, because there's always some Rupert Thorne action, and Batman is investigating the Rupert Thorne action. Now, the first thing that made me roll my eyes, why does Alfred look like the Penguin? The voice actor, it sounds like the original voice actor for Batman the Animated Series. Why does Alfred look like the Penguin? Y'all could not have made him like slimmer. It's like, even if you wanted to make him fat for no reason, why does he look like the Penguin? Like he's supposed to be Alfred. So anyway, Batman is he's trying to figure out some mob shit between Rupert Thorne and an unknown mob assailant. We later find out that this unknown mob assailant is the Penguin. They made the Penguin. They gender swap. This entire series is full of racial and gender swapping. The Penguin is a woman. They gender swap the Penguin. That made me roll my eyes as well, because there was no reason to gender swap the Penguin. That's like having a male Poison Ivy. But the thing about the gender swapping of the Penguin made me roll my eyes. But what made it worse was that they were trying to make the Penguin like sexy. And I'm just like, you made him a woman, but she's still, because the Penguin was like fat and he was like waddly. You still made her like big and bulky. She wasn't fat. She was more like big. They made her like big and like waddly, but they tried to make her all like sexy and shit at the Iceberg Lounge. And I'm like, don't do that. So she does have 2 children. I'm like, that's interesting. But, then later on we find some things about the kids. Then we get a Barbara Gordon reference and she's black. Why is Barbara Gordon black? I mean, they were supposed to have a live action Batgirl movie where Batgirl was black. Batgirl being black, it's one of those things where I don't have a problem with it, but I still feel like it's unnecessary. And there's this weird thing in Hollywood, especially when it comes to like superhero content. They have this weird thing where they like turning redheaded white people into black people. And I don't understand what that's about. I don't have a problem with her being black. It was just pointless because I like pale skin, white, redheaded Barbara Gordon. Jim Gordon is also black. Why does Jim Gordon look like Lucius Fox? I like when he was on screen, I said, okay, if Barbara's black, clearly this is her daddy, and clearly this is Jim Gordon, but why does he look like Lucius Fox? Where is Lucius? Now I want to see Lucius Fox. Now they're making me want to see Lucius Fox. Watch they say Lucius Fox and Jim Gordon are like brothers. Okay, so anyway, so Batman, he goes down. He basically he does the Batman thing where he kidnaps this guy, holds him over a moving train. He's like, "Oh, tell me, who's the person that's going after Rupert Thorne?" And we find out it's the Penguin. So the Penguin is throwing a party on the Iceberg Lounge. Bruce Wayne ends up showing up on the Iceberg Lounge. Good design of Bruce Wayne. We also meet Harvey Dent, who has not yet turned into Two-Face. So far, we have a future Two-Face and we have a future Batgirl. If they well, now I'm not even gonna say if, because y'all better. When you introduce Dick Grayson, he better not be younger than Barbara. Because Barbara works she's a defense attorney, like she's a lawyer. It's not like in Batman the Animated Series when she was in college and both her and Dick were in college at the same time. This woman has a job. Like she has a full, like she was opposite of Harvey Dent in the criminal justice system, where he was the defense attorney and she was like the offense attorney. So Dick Grayson better not be a kid. If Dick Grayson shows up and he's like 13, I'm going to have a huge problem with that. So we're going for it. Bruce Wayne's on the ship. Rupert Thorne shows up on the ship. When Rupert Thorne shows up on the ship, because something happened where Penguin tried to kill Rupert Thorne, and Rupert Thorne got away. And then he said to Penguin, he said, yeah, I almost died. But luckily, a little birdie warned me, and I was able to get out of there before it was too late. And he like secretly hinted at one of Penguin's children, because she had a son who was like short, blonde, and a little goofy looking. And Rupert Thorne basically told her without telling her that your son was the one that warned me about the attack. So then she gets mad. She brings both of her sons downstairs and she's like, yo, one of y'all spilled the beans. And then she's like, I already know it's you. And then she takes her son, puts him in a suitcase and throws him in the river to kill him. And I was just like, well, shit, you just believed anything that anybody tells you. Come to find out it was her other son that actually spilled the beans. And when he saw her kill the brother, he ran and basically went to the cops. He bumped into Barbara Gordon. And that's another thing. I understand she's Barbara Gordon, but Jesus Christ, why every time it doesn't matter if Barbara Gordon is white, black, or in between, why is she always a bitch? Like, why is Barbara Gordon always a bitch? So he finds Barbara Gordon, she gets in the car, she tries to save him, they get ran up on by the gang, like by Penguin's gang, and then the Batman shows up and literally hits 3 men with his car. The series is very violent. Like, it's very violent. Hits 3 people with his car and then he drives off. And then when Barbara brings the brother to the police station, he spills the beans. And then after he spills the beans, Batman finds out that Penguin has a gun, a missile launcher on top, because the Iceberg Lounge was on a boat. She has a missile launcher on top of the boat because she was using that missile launcher to fire on Rupert Thorne buildings, and she was tearing down his empire. Now that her son is at police headquarters spilling the beans, she's now going to fire one of those missiles at the police station. Batman shows up to stop her. He fights the Penguin. The two of them get into it, but she's able to fire a rocket off, and Batman doesn't actually get a chance to stop her from blowing up the police station. Luckily, Lucius Fox Gordon and Barbara Gordon got every single person out of the GCPD before the building exploded. Harvey Bullock is on the payroll for the Penguin. He's a bad guy. It wasn't a mystery. They weren't trying to leave it to chance. He's flat out working for the bad guys. So he's a crooked cop. But then said they got everybody out, and then after they got everybody out, like I said, the building exploded, and then later on, Batman was just like, damn, Alfred, I failed, because he basically, I guess he found out later that everybody survived, but he was just like, my job was to stop the Penguin, and I didn't stop the Penguin. Like, the Penguin destroyed the GCPD, and I failed, Alfred. That can never happen again. That's how the episode ended, and thank you for tuning in. So now, it was a good episode. It was definitely a good episode. There was just a lot of eye rolling for things they didn't need to change. And I already saw, like, if the Suicide Squad killed the Justice League video game, their DLC is still going strong. I'm actually going to live stream that at one point, but if you want to watch it now, go on the Egregious' YouTube channel, because Ev the Egregious, he did stream that on his channel. They gender swapped Mr. Freeze too, so Mr. Freeze in the video game is going to be a woman. At this point, I'm like, okay, it's like, if you're going to gender swap certain characters, it's like, do ones that nobody, like, gender swap the Condiment King, like, nobody cares about the Condiment King. I like, just certain things you just don't do, but expect a lot of that. You know, there's gonna be more of that to come. And I mean, like I said, it's a good series. So as long as you just get past the shit that makes you roll your eyes, it's really good. It's written really well. It feels like a new version of Batman the Animated Series. So I do love it. I give it a yay. And let's roll on because I'm reviewing all this shit until season 1's over. But again, the entire season is on Amazon Prime right now, so go check it out on Amazon Prime. In the comment section, if you're going to leave a comment, do not spoil episode 2. Let's only talk about episode 1 as we roll on. Check out my other reviews because I got Kite Man up on my channel. I got Suicide Squad Isekai up on my channel. I got Cobra Kai up on my channel. And I still have my coverage for New York Swim Week going strong. So that was it, guys. So thanks for tuning in as we conclude episode 1. Look out for the villains of Gotham because we're on a roll now. And we're out this bitch!